everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 6, Episode 62 with me, Sid, and I'm recording this after, after the vintage story where I had a sore throat and a few days on. My sore throat is largely better than it was, and, you know, it probably shows in my voice. Unfortunately, I now have got a hacking cough and a sniffle, so I'm going to try and keep that under control. But I've been over here for a number of days. I've actually gone through a invasion night, collecting a little bit of material for, for building. I don't think I've got enough of that yet. So, last episode we did the gauntlet from Thorncraft. You know when you just get a complete mental blank about a word you're trying to get. This episode, I actually want to put another layer on this building. I also want to break it up a little bit and put a little bit more colour into that stone, because that is really just like a sheet of nice, which isn't nice, obviously, because, you know, just a solid sheet of nice is never nice. And yeah, I've got a few plans about what I want to build up there and things. I'm just checking for escapee pigs again, because they keep on getting away, and it's not cool. Sorry, sniffles are starting. Anyway, let us let's get the night out of the way. The orchard is starting to provide fruit, but I'm not going to pick it all because it stays fresh on the tree. The moment I stick it in my inventory, it ain't so fresh. So yeah, that's the plan for this episode. I have also, between episodes, fired another 5 of those clay jugs, because I was out of those. I've only got, well, I'm not completely out. I've got a spare one in my inventory, in my backpack. And what I would like to do, I think, is start off by... Sorry, sniffles, I told you. I'm trying desperately to keep these under control. What I would like to do is start off by going off with my... I should have my chisel. I do. Wrought iron chisel. Lovely. And I should have my hammer of stone. I do. And if we go into here and we change the mode, I'm trying to remember, is it? No, it's not that one. What I'm trying to remember is how I get pillar. That's the one I'm looking for. Hang on. These, because I would like to have a bash at playing. Oh, we have to do it with so we need to do bricks, and that is not ideal. Okay, let's go have a look at some rock types. What have we got? Granite. And if I were to grab, we'll come over out of the way a little bit. We'll take this, take a couple of those, and then we'll go and grab some other rock types. So I need to have a look at what works well against that gneiss. It doesn't have to be the pillar at this stage. Anything will do. But let's just go and have a little play with some different rock types. Schist. This is the benefit, of course, of actually marking your rock types on your thing. That is granite. Well, that was worthwhile, wasn't it? I could have just come here in the first place. Means I can then go and try and find different types of rock, like andesite, for example. Really? and we can try these against the rocks, get the palette, and see what's what. So I am going to grab myself all the ones I have currently got marked, which is not as many as I would like. Chalk. That doesn't look like chalk. That looks like andesite. If I were chalk then, where would I be? Well, not here, that's clearly the case. Anyway, let me go and grab what rocks I got marked, and I shall be back in a moment. Alright, we're back at the tower. I've got only a few selections of rock, but we need to decide what blends well against it. We've got shale, we've got granite, we have got schist, and we have got andesite. Now what works? Actually, against all odds, you know, I am thinking the schist works quite well. The green kind of matches some of the green pigments of the gneiss, whereas I'd originally thought maybe the granite, but I think the granite is actually too much. I think the schist actually should be where we go. Now, there's a couple of options, but I think I'm going to go with the schist, and I think I'm going to just go with smooth. I'm not going to get fancy. So what we're going to try next is, well, this for starters needs to all come in. So I want to step us in one at this point to get the next level on it. So I'm going to take this off and we'll put it back on, and again I'll be back in a second. I'm going away for a sniffle break. Alright, it's not a lot, but just throwing in a little bit of colour around the edges here on these buttresses just mixes that up a little bit. Now, I originally had planned to put buttresses running all the way up there and going up a little bit. I actually think I won't. I think that might be just a little bit too much. That just breaks up the monotony of that structure, that unpleasant colour. I don't think I will need you, so I'm going to use you to get back in, because the one drawback to this build is there is actually no way in from the outside. Now inside on this level we're going to be going with steps here, and steps there, and some steppage there. And then what we'll probably do, because I don't want to come up with the different colour, we'll buttress this like so. So when these come up, we'll have at least a little bit of three-dimensionality to this shape going around the outside. I think that will work without getting too mad. As always, TerraFirmaCraft, an absolute nightmare to get any kind of building material, so you know, you kind of work with what you got to some degree. And this structure would be a lot harder without those dungeons as well. So we got that going on. Now what I do need is, this is a chestnut floor, so I need to go and get chestnut to continue the stairs going up the middle. And just have a little cough there because my throat is still tickly. And let's go and have a look what we got in the box. We do probably need to drop off you. We probably don't need those anymore, but we will need chestnut slabbage. have I got 2 whole pieces of chestnut and a whole load of maple, but yeah, I need to go and have a look to find some chestnut logs. So, right, let me try and walk holding my mouse. This is quite painful trying not to sniffle and snort all the way through the video, but there you go. This is what we do. So we got plenty of chestnut. Take maybe that with us for now. And then we'll head back and we'll continue building that up. But it's difficult to see from this distance. Is that actually lowered? I think that's one higher up, isn't it? I'm not too worried about the buttressing being uneven. I'll decide. I may go and fix it. You know what it's like. It may trigger me enough eventually. Who knows? So I want this floor to be extra tall. And to be extra tall, I need to get up here. And you also need to have a drink, which I've not brought with me. Actually, no, we can. We're sorted. Let me just put that back for a second and get my saw, get my things, do my stuff. That is not going to work. I need to be in the right crafting grid. Don't think that is what we need, is it? No, what I need is to do that and for some reason that, I don't know why, and then bit of that, and then we'll do maybe that much for now. So we're going to come up to there, and then that's going to go to there and to there, and then like that, and that will go up to there, and we're going to continue the path up a wee bit like so, and then around this side we can pop that in there. That will go in like so. I know it's getting dark, so it's now getting very difficult to see what I'm doing. And we're going to carry on up a little bit more, like that. More of this, more, and thank you. Car outside the window. I think it was a car, might have been a motorcycle. That could sound actually more like a motorcycle, but thank you all the same for being loud and obnoxious. It's just what I wanted. And then that will go there, like so. And I think if all things being equal, we need one more block on the top, and then that will take us up to the egress point. And this is quite dangerous. I've not actually tested. I mean, obviously you don't want to go testing how far you have to fall to kill yourself, but I've not tested that fully at this stage. Because in TerraFirmaCraft, the height is lethal in vanilla TerraFirmaCraft. I've just really not played with it in this version. But what we got going on here then is this goes on around the outside. I think maybe to there, and we'll maybe do a window here, and then obviously continue up. Probably need to come around over here and keep on building the same. I've got no idea whether I've got enough of this brick. That is an unknown quantity. Quite literally an unknown quantity, because I don't know whether I've got the right quantity. Made a joke. Right, and then we'll just do a 2-gap window there. Almost to the top here. That's, yeah, we'll just do that. It is actually quite liberating knowing that hostile mobs can't spawn above ground, so I can do what I want with this construction, safe in the knowledge that nothing is actually going to spawn up here. And then we'll have, let me get you going, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do above this level, so I'm not going to go mad upwards, because this might be as high as it goes up. And we do need to get some light in there as well. And then the other thing we do need to do is stop us falling off that side, which is probably like that. Maybe I should stop this until the morning when you can see what I'm doing, because it is getting very dark up here. But I think at this level here we'll swap those out for solid blocks. Now the reasoning behind this will become apparent, I hope. But that's quite a tall structure. I am going to need a lot more of these. So what I'm going to do is, well, first things first, I actually need to not just have this as such an abrupt point. So again, we're going to need to do maybe that many for now. And if I had a source of gneiss rock, I would have probably gone with smooth stone slabs, but I don't, so I can't. So yeah, we're just going to go like this, just to make this a bit of a interesting transition, I hope. Maybe adjust a little more of that. And then 3 more. So yeah, 1 more of those. And again, nothing can spawn on these, but what I would like is to have none of the invasion night mobs spawning up there as well. Taking these, we'll just continue and get these walls in, and we'll work on this. I'll be back once we've got that in there. I mean, this is nice and easy. I can just come up, walk down the steps, and rinse and repeat. So yeah, nothing too stressful or hard in the construction field. But again, this particular room I actually want to finish off this episode, so that should hopefully be doable. Floor might be interesting, but we'll come to that one. Anyway, let me get these walls done and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, and with that, we have got a floor on this level. We have got a window looking out there, and we have got a dark room over here with 3 windows all looking out, and a roof, the ceiling, which we are going to change. Because I don't want everything to have the same ceiling as the floor. So that's a thing. I need 35 glass panes, and I have discovered, much to my disgust, well, somewhat of disgust anyway, that glass is a hell of a lot easier than, well, at least glass panes are a hell of a lot easier. So I'm just going to drop off those blocks there. We are going to drop off this lot here. That can go in there. That lot can go in there. And we're going to grab a little bit of sand. We'll just take maybe like 8. Now I need 35 glass panes, and doing them that way, yeah, was not going to happen. But apparently, I did not realize this. You can smelt your glass in here and get your glass panes that way. I accidentally spilled some lava in there as well. So I just need 35 of those, and I think you get, because I have already done 1, I think you get, oh, have I? Maybe you don't, okay. Let's chuck a whole load, we'll get a whole load of glass panes out and have done with. It's going to take a while, so we'll get that done, but 35 should be doable, no biggie. And that will be one element. Now the other thing I want is, I want to go and have a look what I've got in the way of smooth, well not smooth stone, I think so. I've got andesite, I've got lots of. Marble I don't have, well I say lots, I've got some. But again, I've got the source of andesite. I know where I can get andesite, so that is not a problem. So maybe we go with andesite. Maybe. Yeah, let's go with andesite for now. So the roof I want to make out of stone of that particular room, because I have plans for it. Anyway, let me just let this lot cook. We'll get it cast into glass and, well, we'll take it from there. Back in a moment. Alright, so the following morning I've cast myself 35. It's 11 per window, and then there's the 2 on the thing, I believe. Don't quote me. Maths, not my, well, counting things for building, not my strong point. Maths actually is relatively a strong point, but just not mental arithmetic when I'm doing something for the last, you know, as a lastminute.com thing. And I also do need to be careful that I don't screw this up, and I think it's 32 to go to 21. That definitely was right, 11 per window. So as long as I don't make a mistake and misplace one of these blocks, we should have exactly what we need. What did I tell you? Minecraft glass is a pain, if you'll pardon the obvious pun. Now what I am going to do, because I'm having to come up and down quite a wee bit, is I am going to come over here to the middle, and this is the library. This is what this level is going to be. So we're going to come back to Tower Home. We'll move and shuffle that around into its relevant spot. I know there's plenty of glass left in the furnace, so that is not a problem. I just cast exactly what I needed. So this will fix that particular problem. And then we've just got the ceiling, lighting, and all of the furnishings to come up with. Now the furnishings are going to need spruce. Fortunately, the schist vein that we were doing is also very close to a spruce forest, so all good. We're going to move you all the way up. Oh yeah, we did found a wizard with a flight spell, didn't we? And then previous, and we'll move you up and get you into the right location, along with everything else. We've actually got a lot of waystones out there. Once we've done that, we'll need spruce, and we will need to go and mine some gold. And that will relay. Oops, hello. That one we will relabel. We will relabel. There we go. That's what we wanted. Anyway, Should have 2 left, so we can come over here and do this. Now, the roof of this structure is going to be andesite. It's going to have a certain amount of structural I'll use the word structural. It's obviously it's not structural because this is Minecraft, but giving the idea that this is in some way supported. So we're going to need that. I need definitely 1 more, maybe I need 3 more, don't I? So let's just do another one of those. That will get me that. We should probably do that as well. It does have a similarity. Yeah, we will do it. That's not a problem. And actually, these are wrong. So we'll take those out. Pardon me. These are most definitely wrong. We'll go and pick those up. Pardon me again. And these are going to be solid, like it's so. I want this to be like, feel like there's more structure in there. And it will hopefully become apparent once we've done this bit. So we're going to start you off there and there, like so, and boop. A little bit of boopage there, some boopage there, a little bit of boopage there, and then there and there. So that's the structure I was looking to get. And we definitely need to do at least 1 more set of those. I'm probably going to need to go and get some andesite as well. I don't think we're going to have enough of everything to do what I want to do, but you know, such is life. For example, the center point of this wants to be like that, and then you can be, or at least the rest of you are going to be like that, and then we'll fill in all of the roof, so the whole structure is this andesite slab on the bottom, and that's the plan. So andesite, I think, is my next major goal. Probably less jumping, but you know. Yeah, it breaks up the monotony of the structure, I think. Okay, smooth andesite. That will be the next thing I need, and I probably need a good 60 to 90 of them. However, we do need to, let's head off to andesite actually. Have I got any fresh water around here for starters? Any fresh water? Any? Got some lovely big old marked cliffs of stuff though, so I can get me chisel out and we can get going on that. That'll be a fun structure to bring down. Oh, he says falling off. So yeah, I am going to grab myself a whole load of smooth andesite. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, next thing I need is gold. I've got enough andesite to finish off the ceiling. So the gold, I need 9 ingots minimum, and I can go and finish off the ceiling while I'm at it. I think it was about 28 more of those, so we should, I think I've got them there, actually, yeah. Ironically, the gold mine is in andesite, so I was actually getting a whole load of smooth andesite as a process of mining the gold. I could have coupled up the the process quite easily. Let's do this. This is probably easier, isn't it? Well, it would be if I didn't do that. But yeah, just get these in while the gold melts. I need, as I say, 9 ingots. So that should be reasonably straightforward. Just a matter of cooking gold in the furnace. So yeah, 9. Let's have a 6. What was it? 6, 12, 18 plus 3, 21. I think it is per ingot, or per 3 ingots. Off the top of my head, I did work it out, but yeah, we'll get the 9 ingots of gold, and again, I shall be back in a moment. All right, 9 ingots of gold. There's still a little bit of gold left over. I didn't process it. I may actually, oops, that one broke. I may actually give it a bash in the Tinker's furnace, because we're not guaranteeing that's going to give me 1 nugget or 30 mil buckets. So it will. Actually, let me just check something. Have I been a dumbass all this time? It's entirely possible, by the way, you know. Let me just chuck. So that is 15 units. So if I put you in there, let's just see what that gives me. Is it all doubling? Because if it's all doubling, I am going to be face palming so hard that you're going to be able to hear me outside of the video. Anyway, while we're waiting for that, I need to do that. I need to take those. I need to do one of them, and one of them. That's going to give me that. And if I take that and chuck one of those in, oops, that's going to give me that. And if I take you as well, we can take those, put those 2 bits away. That is, so if that's 30, that is doubling. Well, we'll see. What have I got? Have I got anything I can use this just to store those for now? Yeah, I might need to severely chastise myself. I need a bloody box for. That's miscellaneous. It's miscellaneous enough for my purposes anyway. And we are going to go over to the library, where we have got this block, which I was conveniently placed in the middle earlier. And that's going to come down like that. You're going to come off like that. I'm going to delete that so it's nice and dark in here, because I want to see what when we. Oh, I didn't. No, that's wrong. I need another gold ingot. Okay, that's. Oh no, it's up there. Okay. I did not mean to do that. Okay, that is fine. It's fine. So yeah, we need to go back home. Definitely need to get some more gold ingots. And I need to have a look. Have I got any? I've got me a little candle now. If I use you, I can cook you for beeswax. Beeswax can then be used to make this one here. That's what I need on. Let me just check. Was it 1 or 4 per? 4. So I only need to cook one of those I need one more gold ingot, and we are... Oops. We're laughing. Pop you in there. Off you go. Do the cook. Go and grab myself some string while we wait on that. It's an easy mistake. Any deranged halfwit could have made the same mistake. Yeah, let's go and have a look in here. That gives me a little bit of tallow. We go and cook those together. I did want some of those anyway, so that's not the end of the world. It's just, you know, not what I wanted now. Let's have a look. One nugget, that's 30 mil buckets. So I definitely think if I were to place in 1, 2, 30, that's 90. Then if I do another 90, then I do another 90. Plus 1, I think that will give me 4. Three ingots, and it's half the quantity. Okay, yeah, that's a little embarrassing. So I didn't think that was ore-doubling. I looked at the values, and that did not look like it was ore-doubling to me. But when you actually look at it from that light, it is definitely ore-doubling. All right, and then we're going to throw, we'll throw a lantern there. Nothing up that side. And we can chuck one in. Again, I'm not too worried about having everything nicely lit, but it would be nice to have thing. Now, whether I want to dangle a chandelier down here, that's an entirely different question. But that's fine for now. We'll keep those to one side. Let me just head back over here and go and have a look at that, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, the next thing, while we're waiting for the thing, it doesn't look like I'm getting quite or doubling, as I've just, or at least as best I can tell from that. It looks like I'm getting about 2 ingots for where I was expecting 3, so don't know. But we definitely want some spruce. We want quite a bit of spruce. So we'll go and do a little bit of spruce chopperage while we've got an area that is rich in the old spruce. If this was a Scottish poet, it'd be Robert the Spruce. Sorry. I really should behave myself. And is the Scottish poet, or was that Robert? No, that was a Scottish lord, wasn't it? The Robert the Spruce. That was the one who with the spider. I'm getting my Roberts mixed up. It was the poet was a Robbie Burns, wasn't it? No relation to Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, of course. Sorry, I really do need to stop with the dad jokes. Anyway, spruce I want for a number of things, and let me just have a look at spruce, because I had not clocked, for some reason, God knows how I'd not clocked this, but I had not clocked that we have got Bibliocraft. So we can make a Bibliocraft bookcase. Doesn't matter what slabs we use, but you do need to use the relevant wood of the type for the side pieces. That's fine. We can make a Bibliocraft table. Again, it doesn't matter what slabs you use, you just have to have all of this stuff has to be basically sorted that way. We can also do these wood labels, which, yeah, that's huge, because I love those wooden labels. But anyway, let's head home and find myself some wooden slabs of any old kind. It really doesn't matter, except for treated wood. We'll take those for starters. I'll leave the oak. And I can take the chestnut planks, I suppose, and we could take the great wood planks. We'll have to check whether great wood works, of course, but let's go in here, grab some of them. Let's pop you through the system and get these into the block form. Go down like so. Let's use up some of these. Now, you told me that that would work. Are you now telling me it won't? Are you telling me I need to have those? He says. Definitely works with that. So I don't need to. I do need the spruce. I don't need all of these weird little blocks of randomness. That's fine. I'll live. Because what we're getting is these. This is what I am after. I've got a reasonable amount of spruce. I know where there's lots of spruce left. That is not a problem. We can also go and... Oops, hello. Come here. Get some of that lot going. And my idea here is that this floor that we are doing, which is a library, will, and bear with me because this is going to surprise you, actually be a library. I'm going to maybe go 3 high on the bookshelves, which of course means I need to definitely run another set of those. He says trying to, oh good grief, come here, there, thank you. 1, 2, that should give me enough of those to do that. Now we are going to go through a lot of timber, I think, here to do this. But having this kind of setup, and maybe there as well, we'll go down, we'll grab some of the bits and pieces from down here which are library-esque. You know, there's research table, arcane workbench, maybe not, don't know. Focal manipulator probably does belong up there. This definitely belongs up there. You know, get this kind of stuff going. And we can also go over to, let me just run over to home and go and grab a whole load of all of the Electroblob's books. Run out. Back to the library, and you know, for the time being we'll just pile this lot in, but we'll come up with a shelving system to hold these and all the other bits. Now I don't want to go mad with the shelves, I don't want to go mad with the furnishings. This is all, you know, a starting point. But this will give me, I think, the kind of space we need to start getting some sense about this place. And if I can just go back to Tower Home, I'd like to have a look at this from the ground. You know, this is starting to shape up. We've got some structure, there's some shapes coming in there. I do want to also, and I'm going to have to go out into the world to do this, I want to see if I can trim leaves from TerraFirmaCraft. Now, I don't want to do any of those. I'm going to guess that I can do great oak if I'm really desperate, but let me just grab my shears. And again, I don't want to run. Oh, hello. I do want to shear these guys though. Been waiting for these to get. Was that it? 2. Oh, pathetic. Anyway, let's just see. So I can get them and I can place them. That's fine. So I could use shears and get those to maybe break a block on the side and just drape some leaves down, get some texture to the place. So that's an option now. I think I'm going to double check how long I've been recording, but let me have a look at that. I'm going to go a little bit more spruce work and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, yeah, I'm about time, I think, but I've started to pull stuff up. I've got these shelves here which we can obviously store items in. That's mainly for Electroblobs and some of the Thorncraft bits and pieces, because we've got lots of little odds and ends which we need to store. But I'm liking the way this is starting to look. I think we'll get a quick snapshot like that. I popped in the research table here for Thorncraft. We've got the crafting arcane workbench here. We've just got a spruce desk here which you could throw a few books on and stuff. Our focal manipulator and the arcane workbench actually, which I do need to use because I did use my wand quite excessively. So let's give it a good top up. There you go. In the last invasion night. So yeah. But on the whole, I am happy with this as some progress. We're going to stick more floors on it. The floors are not necessarily going to make sense. They're not necessarily going to have any purpose. Sometimes we build just for the hell of it. But I think we'll be maybe topping off this with a thing and then coming up with a smaller tower that kind of maybe goes up a little bit and then flares out a little bit at the top. We are going to need a lot more bricks, and luckily I know exactly where to get those. So yeah, on the whole, happy with the progress. The castle is still looking very castle-like. Part of the reason I want to do this is I want to get wool. And obviously we need to weave wool cloth. We use wool cloth to make, if I can remember, oh yes, we weave 4 of those to make 8 wool blocks. So we don't need that much, but the wool blocks we do need to make an important piece of building material. Obviously we need wool for these if I want to do seats as well, which is super painful for TerraFirmaCraft. You know, these kind of things are also quite painful, but that's a different thing. Painting canvas, you know, all this balloons from bountiful baubles. Oh, interesting. I've got no idea how I get that. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. So the wool is used to make a bit bag. And that is something I desperately want. So I can, once I've got that, then we can actually get in and actually start sorting out our arrow slits to be a little bit more sensible and also bat-proof. So yeah, but on the whole, happy with the progress. Until next time, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye for now.